Hey, what's up, team? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology. This video is the second video on the Enneagram Type 9 brought into the RPG world for the game that I'm trying to construct here. And this one is about the monsters, the different types of abilities that are coming from the really negative side of being a Type 9. And this is throughout all the different types as well, but with different abilities, different flavor to it. And I felt that this one worked pretty well. I haven't played it through, but I'm just saying the general connection to the passion of sloth, which is the Enneagram Type 9's passion, and the defense mechanism of narcotization, which is a putting yourself to sleep and ignoring problems and even action and discomfort through self-comforting and just kind of those slowing down activities, turning the volume down a bit. I choose to go to sleep sometimes when I'm in a fight. I'm like, I just gotta stop. I gotta go to bed. I gotta take a break for a bit. And this is that passion and that defense mechanism at play in real life. But I'm trying to bring it into that RPG world more, right? So the Shadow Lord of Sloth is going to make the players not want to fight because it sucks to fight. It sucks to be in combat. And so you're going to find slow-moving ways to get through this stuff that is also pulling you down and slowing you and grappling you and whatnot, and has these really bad effects. So you're going to try to get around it, or you're going to try to take some quick tactical action to get a result, which is something that Type 9s do struggle with. So hopefully it'll be a learning adventure through there. It's not like go, 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 attack, 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 because that's not the Type 9, right? So I tried to bring that out, and hopefully with explaining these different abilities and whatnot, you'll get that feel too. So I have 10 different abilities. I've made this for the Index Card RPG system, which is by Runehammer. Very easy to play, easy to pick up, fast, unlike this Kingdoms fixation, but easy. It's not a lot of number crunching and stuff like that. I'll try to explain the mechanics of the game as I'm going through this. So I have 10 different abilities that I've made, and I feel that when you start, if you're the GM or you're playing by yourself, you can still do this too. I feel that you can randomize the monsters to bring out these abilities. They don't all, not every monster has 10 abilities that they can use, right? They're going to be different ones, and it could be even a different like species of monster within there. Something I haven't quite gotten to yet. But I did want to talk about this because I feel like I need to get the information out in order to adjust it and improve it, right? Within the game, within each area, you have a target. The target number is the number you need to beat with your roll on a 20-sided dice. So if the target is, let's say it's a 10, so I don't forget the number. It's a 10. If you roll and you get an 11, congratulations, your attempt is going to succeed. And then from there, you need to roll effort or damage or whatever it is based on your stuff, your weapons or gear, whatever you're using. So anyway, the first ability, Slow and Drown, after the first failed attempt, you're going to have this slowing pull, which is very common to the Enneagram Type 9. And for 1d8 rounds, so on a 8-sided dice, you roll it, it's a 6. Okay, for 6 rounds, you can only move near. You can't make long movements, right? And after that, you begin to drown in this blight, this tar-like substance that is covering the land that the Shadow Lord is bringing about. And in order to stop that, you need to be proactive. You need to get a killing blow or do something to earn a hero coin, like do something really cool and fancy, or you need to just break it with a constitution check, which you just need to beat that target. So you can roll. If you get a 9, well, next round you can try again. 7, no, okay, you still suck, and roll again. Good, you got a 12, you broke it, you're free of that, and then you do it again. So it's kind of like an aura. It's a general crappy thing that you have to deal with within this land. I feel that if you're like, I hate this mechanic, I hate that I can't move far, that I can't do anything, then it's probably going to hopefully show you that this is not necessarily your kingdom or your fixation. For me as a type 9, like, I'll of course hate it, but I think I will relate to it a little bit. Like, if you go into it assuming that this is based off cognitive functions, personality type, Enneagram, and personal growth, then I think it will spur some awareness. I hope so anyway. That's the goal. Next ability, number 2, restrict. So a monster can approach you on a near target. The monster will put you into a strength contest. So you need to roll higher than the monster's roll. And if you don't do that, if you lose with your strength, then you get grappled and held and bear hugged. Anyway, next, number 3, scare. Cause all heroes to avoid conflict by running far in random directions. This is the type 9 right here. Like, when there's a conflict, you just you separate yourself as far away as you can, and I felt that was an interesting ability to have. So it'll just be a random direction. If you roll like from a 1d6 and you get a 6, then maybe that's running at 12 o'clock, whatever, however you choose to do it. You spin the bottle or whatever, I don't know. Next, number 4, pacify. This is another very Enneagram type 9 sensation here. Heroes need to make a constitution check every round while in combat once this ability has affected you. And if you fail it, you lose 1 stat point until you are out of combat again. So while you are in combat, every round, if you don't succeed in beating the target number, if it was 10, if you don't roll a 10 or above, then you are going to lose 1 stat point. You're going to become weaker, and you're just not going to be able to function as well as a good hero should. And this is, I really do feel that this is something that a lot of type 9s can kind of relate to, is that when you are in conflict, when you're fighting, when you're in some sort of battle, in real life, it's just like, it's draining. It's so pulling down. You feel like you can't do anything. And that's what I hope this represents. Another one, sleep. You need to make another constitution check. If you don't, then you fall asleep for 1d4 rounds. So you roll a 4-sided dice. And if it's a 3, you are asleep for 3 rounds. If you take damage, or if you break out of it with a successful constitution check, then you wake up. Congratulations. But sleep, indolence, laziness, being lethargic, passive, pushing away your desires, this is all in that Enneagram type 9 theme. Another one, indolence. I've made 6 different abilities for each cognitive function, each hero, and you are going to lose one of them. It sucks. But that's what happens when you don't do stuff. When you don't take action, you're going to forget your ability to take action and to affect the world. Also, numb. Your limbs become numb for 1d4 rounds. You roll a d4. Okay. So maybe 2 rounds, your limbs are numb, and it reduces your dexterity by 3. You don't have that nimbleness, that agility, that ability to bounce around mentally and physically. There are 3 more. So there's eclipse aura. Attempts are hard until you succeed. A hard attempt means it's +3 to the target. So if the original target is 10, then you need to get a 13 or more in order to succeed in the attempt. And then you can roll damage after that. This is, I think, representative of how hard it is to start things when you are smothered in the passion of sloth and you have indolence and narcotization all going together, and you just like, I want to sit down and watch some TV, read a book, or play a game, or just distract myself and make me think that I'm actually being productive, but I'm not. So until you succeed once, it's difficult. Once you do that, then you're good. So there are many different mechanics within all of these different monsters from the different kingdoms, and I feel that a lot of them do represent the type, but sometimes you need to do a little bit more exploring. I don't really know how to explain it and keep it fully game style. I don't want to drown out all the game stuff with jargon. Two more. There's acedia. You cannot make an attempt on your next turn. You can't take an action that is not an instant action, like eating food or something like that. You can't affect the world. And I think a lot of us type 9s have that. And the last ability, a really scary one, it's an intellect spell that is cast on you, and it devours a memory from that character. So I'm assuming that, if you're playing this game, you're going to develop some stories about the characters. They might die, but you're going to be building up the character a bit, building a little bit of a relationship to them. And so this is a pretty scary ability, I feel. And if that ability succeeds on attacking the hero, you're going to roll a 1d6, just a randomly chosen dice, but the 6 represents a core memory. So if you roll a 6, you're going to, let's say, forget where you came from. You're going to forget your parents or some key thing that happened within your life when you were a child or something like that. I feel that through going into that story and that understanding, you're going to actually tap into little bits of your metaphorical landscape and creation of these characters. Does that make sense? So if I forget something, I'm going to actually be accessing some location within my unconscious that is relative to that cognitive function, because that is the cognitive function that I'm bringing out. And hopefully you're going to be going into this game with some knowledge of that through these videos or through personal exploration or whatever it is. So I was pretty unsure on how to deliver the content in this video. I hope I did a decent job or a good job. That would be nice. It's really difficult to explain the technical side, explaining these abilities while also giving some ideas about where it came from and the process that brought it all out. But I tried to tap on both a bit while explaining it all. So hopefully it helped. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. If you have any ability ideas or themes that come up for you as a type 9 or through studying type 9s or Enneagram or any of that stuff, or just playing a lot of games, please let me know. All right. So keep up the lifelong questing. Thank you very much. Thank you patrons as well. Y'all are awesome. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.